Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something right now. He feels it too. That's right. Those moments when you're trying your hardest, when you're pushing through the pressure, when you're fighting battles nobody else sees, somebody out there feels that same weight, that same hope, that same heartbeat. You are not alone in this life, not for 1 second. When we talk about acknowledging shared emotions and human connection, we're talking about something deeper than simple understanding. It's recognizing that the feelings you carry, your fears, your hopes, your dreams, your disappointments, are not just yours. They exist in other people too, sometimes in ways you can't see. Too often, we walk through life believing we're the only ones wrestling with doubt or struggling to stay strong. But the truth is, every person you meet is carrying a story, a burden, or a prayer that mirrors something inside you. When you feel overwhelmed, someone else is fighting that same battle. When your heart is hopeful, someone else is clinging to that same spark. That is the power of human connection. It ties us together even in silence. There's something incredible that happens when you start recognizing that shared experience. You begin to understand that your emotions aren't a weakness. They're a bridge. They connect you to people who feel just as deeply as you do, even if they're too strong, too proud, or too afraid to admit it. And when you move through life with that awareness, you start showing more grace. You start giving people room to be human. You start seeing beyond the surface and recognizing the invisible battles that shape the way people talk, react, or protect themselves. Human connection also reminds you that you matter. Your presence affects people more than you realize. Your struggles are not invisible. Your growth is not unnoticed. Somebody feels your effort, your intention, and your heart. Even when you think nobody is paying attention, someone is moved by the fact that you keep going. And when two people feel the same thing at the same time, even without saying a word, there's a power in moment that can change how you see yourself and the world around you. Encouraging self-belief, even when life gets tough, begins with understanding that believing in yourself is not something that happens only when everything is going right. In fact, the moments when life feels heavy, messy, or uncertain are the moments when self-belief matters the most. Anybody can feel confident when the path is clear and the victories are rolling in, but real strength shows up when you have to convince yourself to keep moving even while you're hurting, doubting, or questioning everything. Self-belief is not arrogance. It's survival. It's waking up every day and deciding that your story isn't over, even when circumstances try to convince you otherwise. It's choosing to trust the small voice inside you that says you're capable, even when the world around you is loud with reasons to quit. Life has a way of testing people right at the edge of their breakthrough. You start pushing towards something better, and suddenly the challenges get bigger, the setbacks get heavier, and the noise gets louder. But that's also where belief becomes your fuel. It keeps you steady when life tries to shake you. It helps you take one more step when everything in you wants to stop. Even when you don't feel strong, belief helps you stand. Even when you're scared, belief reminds you that it's temporary, but greatness is built from persistence. Believing in yourself doesn't mean you have all the answers. It doesn't mean you don't cry, doubt, or break down sometimes. It simply means you refuse to give up on the possibility that you were made for more. That quiet determination becomes your anchor. It becomes the reason you rise again after every disappointment. Self-belief has the power to turn struggle into strength, delay into direction, and pressure into purpose even when the road ahead feels uncertain. Understanding that others feel your effort, your pain, and your growth is one of the most powerful realizations you can have. We sometimes get caught in the idea that our journey is invisible to everyone else, that nobody notices how hard we're trying or how much we're carrying. But human beings are more connected than we admit. Your energy, your determination, and even your struggles send out signals that people around you can sense. They may not always say it, and they may not always respond the way you expect. But the impact of your efforts reaches further than you think. When you rise a little higher, someone feels that shift. When you fall and get back up again, someone sees strength in that moment, even if they never tell you. People who care about you feel your battles because they're emotionally invested in who you're becoming. They feel your growth, that they've watched you change in ways you may not recognize in yourself. They feel your pain not because they can fix it, but because they love you enough to carry some of it in their heart. And even strangers can sense your resilience. Sometimes it's the way you walk, the way you speak, or the way you keep moving despite everything against you. Your struggle has a presence. Your growth has a vibration. Your persistence leaves a mark on the space you walk in. It's easy to think you're fighting alone, but every step you take creates a ripple. Someone is inspired by your consistency. Someone is motivated by your courage. Someone is learning from your journey without you even knowing it. The effort you put in is never wasted because every ounce of strength you show touches someone else, reminding them that they too can rise. Faith, persistence, and patience are three forces that work together in ways we don't always understand, yet they shape the outcome of almost everything we hope to achieve. Faith is what keeps you believing in something you can't see yet. It's the courage to trust that your life is moving in the right direction even when everything around you feels uncertain or slow. Persistence is the action behind that belief. That this world has not a decision to try and keep pushing and keep showing up, even when results don't come as quickly as you expected. And patience is the discipline that holds you steady in the waiting season, reminding you that timing matters just as much as effort. These three qualities work like a foundation, strong, steady, and necessary. Life rarely gives you what you want the moment you ask for it. Most breakthroughs come after long nights, heavy doubts, and challenges you never prepared for. But that's where these three qualities come alive. Faith gives you the vision to see beyond the struggle. Persistence gives youth to press through the struggle. And patience gives you the maturity to let the process unfold without forcing it. When you combine all three, you create a mindset that can survive delays, disappointments, and detours. You stop seeing setbacks as signs to quit and start seeing them as shaping tools. There will be moments when everything feels stuck, when nothing seems to be changing, when it feels like your prayers are floating in silence. But even then, something is working beneath the surface. Growth happens in the dark before it shows in the light. Progress builds quietly before it becomes visible. When you hold on to faith, keep moving with persistence, and wait with patience, life eventually opens doors that once seemed impossible. Your breakthrough doesn't miss you when you're prepared to endure for it. Your actions speak louder than your doubts, because what you do in the face of fear reveals who you truly are. Doubt will always whisper reasons why you shouldn't try, why you're not ready, or the outcome won't be worth the effort. It will replay past mistakes, amplify your insecurities, and make you question your ability to move forward. But action has a different voice, stronger, clearer, and more honest. Every step you take, no matter how small, challenges the doubt trying to hold you back. Every decision to show up, even when you feel unprepared, speaks louder than the inner voice telling you to quit. Action is proof of courage, even when you don't feel brave. There's a powerful shift that happens when you refuse to let doubt dictate your direction. Instead of waiting for confidence to magically appear, you build it through movement. You take risks, make attempts, stumble, adjust, and try again. Each action becomes a statement that you believe you're capable of more, even if they're still learning how to reach it. Doubt wants you frozen, but action keeps you evolving. Doubt keeps you imagining failure, but action gives you real experience, something doubt can't argue with. People around you don't hear your doubts, but they see your actions. They see the effort you put in, the discipline you carry, the way you decided to grow, even when things don't come easily. They see the choices you make that reflect your commitment to your goals and your future. Your actions build trust in yourself and inspire trust in others. Over time, consistent action becomes stronger than any fear, louder than any hesitation, and more powerful than any internal barrier. The way you move forward becomes the proof that you are bigger than your doubts and capable of everything you're reaching for. Every step forward is felt not only by you, but also by the people who care, support, and grow alongside you. Progress isn't just a personal experience. It creates a ripple that moves through your environment, your relationships, and even your future opportunities. Sometimes we become so focused on how far we still have to go that we forget to acknowledge how much our movement impacts everything around us. Each decision you make to improve yourself, each moment you choose growth over comfort, sends a quiet signal into the world. Someone feels your determination, someone feels your hope rising again, and someone feels the shift in your energy as you push toward becoming a better version of yourself. Even the smallest steps matter. Waking up with a new mindset, trying again after failing, choosing kindness when you're tired, or working on a goal nobody knows about yet. These actions change the atmosphere around you. People might not comment on it, but they notice your discipline, your consistency, and your courage. A single step forward can inspire someone else to take their own step. Progress has a way of connecting us. Even when we're all moving at different speeds, sometimes the people closest to you feel your growth before you do. They sense the way you're changing, the way you're healing, the way you're coming more focused or more grounded. They notice the strength that's building in you, even if you're still unsure about it yourself. Your movement affects their belief, their confidence, and their willingness to grow too. Your steps forward can break generational patterns, open new doors for others, and create a path where wasn't one before. When one person rises, the people connected to them rise in ways they didn't expect. Your progress reaches further than your feet ever will,